Attention, please. The stream starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Welcome to a new world of entertainment. The ultimate entertainment platform. Featuring Mike Winkler, from Condiment Games, Jeremy Larson, Jason Kabasi, and Martin Houston. Created by friends, we feature live discussions on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. In-depth podcast discussions. Gaming streaming. And written reviews. Subscribe to our podcast and visit our site for more info. Welcome to Lights, Camera, Action Entertainment. On this episode of our podcast,
I've been here for a very long time. I remember many things. And of course, I remember the most remarkable event. The grand story.
Once I rose above the noise and confusion.
we begin our supernatural series retrospective.
I was soaring ever higher. Then I flew too high.
We will break down all 15 seasons of the critically acclaimed series, and in each episode, we will talk about 5 seasons.
I hear the voices when I'm dreaming. I can hear them say, carry on my wayward son.
On each episode, we will break down each season individually, piece by piece. So, be warned, there will be spoilers.
Don't you cry no more. I'm masquerading as a man with a reason. My charade is the event of the season. And if I claim to be a wise man,
We'll be talking about each plot line of each season, breaking down the filler episodes, and breaking down our favorite and least favorite moments of the entire series.
ocean, tossed about, I'm like a ship on the ocean. I set a course for winds of fortune, but I hear voices say, carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. No more.
On this episode, we will be breaking down seasons 1 through 5.
And we ripped up the ending, and the rules, and destiny, leaving nothing but freedom and choice.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
And now, the beginning of our our Supernatural retrospective.
Well, everybody, what a journey Supernatural was. 15 years on the air, something that I never thought would ever happen for this series. Some people were happy about that. Some people weren't. Me, myself, I never wanted to see the show end. That's my opinion. But welcome back into Lights, Camera, Action Entertainment. Jeremy Larson and Martin Houston. It's time to begin this awesome 15-season retrospective, guys.
Watching all of those videos during the intro was pretty deep, gotta say. I was enjoying that.
Yeah, I was one that I kept watching that video, and it just like, wow. I didn't really remember all these like really powerful moments, but this show really actually is pretty damn powerful. Deep. Oh, Jeremy Larson's audio has cut out yet again. And he's in utter and complete shock.
Am I back?
Oh my
back.
God, that's
You're
not
back.
funny, bro.
I thought we lost you. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna say that is that rendition of "Carry On, My Wayward Son" is my favorite version.
Amazing.
Out like right next to the original that they use in the series.
Yeah.
I think out of all TV shows that I've ever watched, I have never cried more than I have when watching Supernatural.
Wow. Really?
I have 3 younger brothers, and a lot of the BMs that happen in this series,
Yeah.
it's a very relatable, and I can see myself and my brothers in those similar situations outside of the fact of the supernatural and magical stuff that happens.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hunting ghosts and shit.
Yeah, we hunt ghosts all the time.
Yeah, the show really has those really personal feelings that I think are all kind of relatable in a way to some people when it comes to certain, circumstances in life. And I think that's what makes this show so special.
Yeah.
The ghost stuff and the supernatural stuff is great, but it's really the relationship of Sam and Dean that carried the show for 15 years.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love this show.
I'm just still upset that it's over. I'm upset of kind of the way it ended and the way that COVID kind of screwed it over.
Yeah.
That's a little far.
I think I would have waited for the ending that they wanted to do.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I think everybody else would have waited for that ending too.
Yeah. I do too. I mean, for a show it's on 15 years. I mean, why not wait? Why not wait to make it special?
Everything was just far too rushed.
Yeah. Kendall jumped in here and she says, yes, we deserved a better finale. Could not agree more.
It was okay for the time being, but it was just like I would love to see them go back and do the ending that they wanted.
Yeah.
I would too. Like they just recently greenlit. They're doing that Winchester prequel series. Yeah, the Winchester prequel series that Jensen Ackles is executive producing. He will also be narrating the story of John and Mary.
Okay.
My feeling is, I think it'd be really cool. Like, what if Sam or Dean is telling the story to somebody in heaven, and if we do get to the ending of this show, that we get to see him telling the story to somebody in heaven, and we kind of get that ending that we missed out on.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
See, I'm still disappointed that the Wayward Sisters show didn't take off.
Oh, yes. I love those characters.
The Wayward Sister?
Yeah, the Wayward Sisters. It's like the two cops that we mainly see. Jody and the Minnesota
daughters?
cop.
Yes.
Yeah, and then all the girls that came with it. I would have loved to see that
take off, and it didn't.
Yeah, and it didn't take off.
No, they shot the pilot, and the CW passed on it, and big mistake.
I think having a show that focused on all the girls would have been so much better.
Yeah, I also think that would have that probably would have got a lot of popularity and hype behind it as well. Just from what you see, like being reciprocated from like other shows and other movies that are doing like female empowerment type things, like the Avengers when they all got together.
Right.
You know, that last in the end game
Yeah.
or that last stand. Like, you know, I heard like me personally, I've heard many female opinions on that, and that was like a very powerful moment in there and what they saw of that. So I think if that would have took off, like they don't know what they had that they turned down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were so well casted too, and Sheriff Jody was a good character.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's
Really
Yeah.
was.
great. So perfect.
But yeah, you know, and I know that they were kind of like they aired. I guess they aired the episode. I don't know if it was in season 14 or 15. They aired an episode that was about the Wayward Sisters that I guess was kind of supposed to act as what the pilot was going to be for the series.
Yeah.
And I remember watching that episode and thinking, what did they do? This was something that could have continued on the legacy of Supernatural. They could have incorporated side characters in it. They could have kept the show alive beyond the 15 seasons in just a different way.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
But we digress.
So let's dive right into season 1, which I think is actually one of the best seasons of the series.
It's pretty good. It sets up a really
Mm-hmm.
good world for the characters to live in. It sets the rules for what's going on.
Yep.
And then like every season after that, they slightly change the rules by adding something else. It's wonderful. It's perfect.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the way that they always introduced a bigger bad.
Right.
You know? It would be like, you know, at the level that we are, it felt very D&D-esque. Like, you know how you introduce, you know,
here's the thing. This show is Monster of the Week.
Yep.
This is Monster of the Week, and there's a system out there, a tabletop system called Monster of the Week, where you do basically the exact same thing that Sam and Dean are doing in every episode.
Yeah. And I think that those were the, like, you know, when they started going off of that, come like around season 4, when they kind of waned off of the Monster of the Week, is when, you know, I think it kind of lost itself, and then it picked it back up like season 7, I think 7 or 8, when they tried to go back to the whole Monster of the Week aspect. But
I think the perfect balance of it was having an overarching story that featured the big bad with the cohesion of Monster of the Week-esque type deal.
Yeah.
When the show diverted away from that, it became a problem.
Yes. There are a few seasons in particular that I think they're so garbage. And it's because of the overarching bad.
See, my opinion is when the show got really into the angel mythology is where the show kind of lost its way. I like some of it, don't get me wrong. I like Castiel. And I like that they brought in Lucifer, and you had other good characters coming in. But I think the major problem was when the show was focusing on that, it got away from what made the show work and what people loved about the show. It tried to divulge too much into mythology and not showing off enough of what the people loved.
Yeah.
But the first season, you're right. It was basically Monster of the Week. It was just basically about a little bit about the yellow-eyed demon, them trying to find their father. That's basically where the season was. It was basic. It was simple, and the show wasn't afraid to do Monster of the Week because, well, that's what the show really was.
That's what you're expecting,
right? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Kabasic has joined the room.
You finally made
Sorry
it
about
here.
that, guys. Computer problems finally got.
Oh, don't worry. You're not the only one who's had computer problems.
We've all been waiting for you, Kabasic, for 2
no
hours.
one's waiting
now.
for me. That's fine.
Kendall says it's like each episode is a mini side quest to build up the main boss.
Oh,
It
exactly,
was.
Kendall. That's
Absolutely.
all day.
Yeah, agreed. But Jason,
I like the way you put that too, Kendall.
Yeah, put perfectly. We're talking about we're in season 1.
Okay. Where are we at in season 1 right now?
Oh, we're just talking about our overall
Episode
thoughts.
7. We're specifically at episode 7. If you remember,
Well, I didn't know what top like what was
Episode
discussed
22
so far for
minutes
season one.
exactly in to episode 7.
Look on Wikipedia. That's where we're at.
Right, that's what we all got up.
oh gosh, no,
Shit.
it's just in
Nah,
season
it's
1,
good.
just describing the setup and
Yeah, overall, how we felt about it.
So, how did you guys feel about them? Like the earlier seasons being more just monster of the week.
We were just talking about that
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Monster of the Week is great. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
we love that. We
Yeah.
love it.
It's what you expect, and every time it was a different monster or it was a variation of the same monster, which made it more interesting. And I was all for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say, like I enjoyed, especially later in the seasons when they got back to the monster of the week, how it was like you see the monsters in the beginning, and it gives you a chance to try and break down the information and figure out that monster for yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and I like too, like how they were able to connect certain episodes into the grand scheme of the plot, and they did that a lot in the later seasons.
Mhm.
So it was kind of much appreciated that you felt like even though you were watching a filler, they were somehow, incorporating the overall season structure or storyline into it to incorporate it as one big whole thing.
Yeah.
So,
I got my water. Didn't want to feel left out.
And the Sam and Dean were cast so perfectly. I could not imagine two better actors to play the roles of Sam and Dean.
No, not at all.
No, not
No.
at all.
no, not at all. They are so perfectly casted. It's not even funny. I mean,
and there goes the Cleveland shirt.
oh, no, there that goes. No, yeah, actually, I remember hearing the rumors that actually the roles when they tried out, they were reversed. Jen
They
Smack
were.
was for Sam and Jared for Dean, and I'm glad they didn't go that route. That
Oh.
would've worked.
Really? Oh no.
I don't think it would have been good.
No,
It wouldn't have been
No.
as good. The dynamic would have been so different.
absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, when they do switch roles, as they do a handful of times within the series as a whole, even then it feels like kind of awkward. Like it fits to a degree, just because you have that shock and awe value. But like once that's
Right.
over, it's like, nah, man, you're still saying, like, stop trying to act tough, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like the earlier seasons were a little bit more creepy, scary, the villains, compared to later in the series?
I would say, and as a whole, yes. And then later on, the big bad was the ones that were the main focus.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It
so they
started-
didn't, they really didn't put a whole lot of time and effort, I feel like, into the supposed monsters of the week in later seasons, because everything was building up towards the big bad of each season. After what was it, season 5? Really, they started doing that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the angel mythology kind of started in 4, and then they kind of went from there. Yeah,
Right.
Mhm.
So
did you guys-
obviously they didn't do a whole lot to really give them their time to shine necessarily later seasons, but so of course these feel like a lot more intense and everything these early couple of seasons were in. So
Right. Did you guys have a like an episode or two that really stood out that you really liked in season 1?
Season 1. Loki loved all the different types of monsters and evil portrayed. Gives me Phasmophobia vibes.
Oh,
It kind of
God,
does.
yeah. Don't
It
get
does.
us started on phasmophobia.
We could talk about that for a while.
This would be a phasmophobia stream. We have to change the title. But yeah, I agree. As far as first season goes, I would have to say, damn, that's a tough question.
You know what? It's actually it's quite funny that we talk about these episodes, because some of the best episodes where the monsters turn out to be just regular human beings.
Yeah.
where the bad
Yeah.
guy is actually not a monster. It is a monster, but it is a human. It's not like the time they get kidnapped by hillbillies. And that's when we first meet, I think, Jody for the first time.
That is when we meet Jody. You're right. Yep, that is the one.
Yeah,
I
that
liked
one was good.
one of my favorite episodes, actually, season 1 actually is episode 2, and that's Wendigo. And I don't know if you noticed this, especially you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
The younger brother was played by Alden Ehrenreich, who played Han Solo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I thought that was really funny.
Yeah. But I like that episode a lot. A lot of season 1 episodes, I like a lot of them because a lot of those are your creature villain of the week. And like I said before, that's when I think the show was at its best.
Yeah, I would say that would be a hard season to oh man.
Don't get me wrong, I did like the earlier seasons when they were doing the Monster of the Week stuff. The problem is that at a certain point you can only go through so much at where it starts feeling stale. So them kind of going into, like, if they would have done more of a mix in the later seasons compared to, just going into the whole, you have one big bad that the whole season's focused on, I think that it could have done a lot more.
I think we were discussing that like 5 minutes before you came in too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, it can get stale. And I think that's the one thing the first season did right. It still incorporated the journey of looking for their father within some of those episodes to keep things fresh without just feeling like that they're going down that same thing every episode.
Right.
I can't remember what episode it was. It might have been one with the when they go to
investigate. You're being really descriptive.
I know.
Here.
And I'm like literally like watching the entire thing in my mind. And I can't describe a word of it. It's so bad. All right, come back to me.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll circle back to you.
What is
that? He's really deep in thought there.
I think one type of monster that I don't think they did enough with was the shapeshifters.
Yeah, they were underutilized.
They had such good episodes though.
They did. They were good.
I loved all the shape-shifting ones.
I think there's like a small handful of those too. But what did you guys think of? So when we get into like the end of the season, when we start talking about when they find their father, and then how Azazel, the Yellow Eyes, as in Jeremy's called down below there. What did you guys think of the overall command presence that Yellow Eyes had? Like, he almost felt like he could have been Lucifer a lot of times.
I think that's kind of what they were going for. They wanted to give it they wanted to give him a powerful vibe, but he of course, this is season 1. You can't make him too powerful.
True.
No.
But Azazel was he was a fun character to get to know, but in both abilities and personality.
And he was well casted too. The guy that played him was fantastic.
There were a lot. I think a lot of the bad guys were cast really well in the grand scheme of this entire show.
Very well. Yeah.
I think he really came out in season 2 though. Yellow Eyes. Like,
true.
Yeah, towards season 2, he was probably one of my favorite villains.
Well, I mean, season 2 was kind of a showcase of Azazel and his plan.
Yeah,
at that point.
Right. Yeah, I think he does go down as one of the top villains of the entire series.
No, he does.
He sets everything in motion.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So, anything else you guys want to discuss in season 1, or should we move into season 2?
Meg, awesome character.
Meg.
Meg is
I-
a good
Yeah.
character.
I
Yeah.
enjoy how even when she was recasted, like just in general, just like the way that she was brought in, you know.
I actually prefer later seasons Meg
I agree. Yeah,
to first season Meg,
hmm
but
Yeah, she
it's
was
just
more
my opinion.
threatening later on.
Right.
Yeah.
She seemed like almost psychotic to that end. Like at first she was like a good soldier following orders, but by the end it was just like, I'm gonna do whatever the heck I want and screw you guys.
Completely and totally unhinged.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I got it. I remember the episode with the seer, the chick that could that was blind. And
yeah.
when they were and you know, in the end they had that big twist of John being there the whole time.
Are you talking
I
about
think-
was that Faith? Or was that a different one?
Was that in season 1?
Yeah, that was in season 1. I think it was Faith.
Do you know what that episode was about?
I got the description pulled up.
After Dean is fatally injured in a case, Sam thinks he's found a cure for a preacher who performs miracles. However, they discover that these miracles are not holy as advertised. The brothers race to stop them before another innocent life is sacrificed. I don't remember her being blind, though.
No, the only one I remember being blind was the one that did the seance. The seance. chick.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
She wasn't blind. She could she was kind of like a teller. Like she could see in the future. Oh god.
I'm thinking of that one,
Like
that
the
old lady
tarot
from
cards?
Smallville.
Like the tarot cards, you know, when they read your fortune type shit.
Did she get her eyes burned out?
No. That chick's in season 2 or season 3.
This chick, the one you're describing, sounds a lot like that chick.
No, it was
Clairvoyant.
Yeah, was she
Clairvoyant?
clairvoyant? God, man, why can't I remember this?
It's hard to go
Because-
back to the earliest seasons.
because
Yeah.
she was like, and it was towards the end where she was like, man, with all of the powers that those boys have, I can't believe that he did not sense your presence.
Oh
It
no,
was
that's
the episode with
that's. Oh wait a second.
that was the episode when they went back to
the.
the house. When they went back to their house.
Oh, home. Yes.
Let me see. I'm looking up that
Visionary-
episode now.
Episode
Episode 9 of
9.
season 1.
Yeah.
Okay, Missouri Mosley to rid the house of a poltergeist. So that would be the character,
Yeah.
Missouri
Missouri.
Mosley.
Missouri.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites just because of like how they brought all the nostalgia back in for
Mhm.
Dean.
Right.
And you know, you had the times where like Sam was just so distant from it because he wasn't old enough to experience that,
Mhm.
hmm
you know. And then just towards
sure.
the end, like I'm a huge I enjoy when there's a good twist because a lot of times like I catch plot lines ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't expecting to see John Winchester just chilling in the living room when they left, you know.
That was a good episode. Yeah, I remember because we at that point we were 9 episodes in, and we really didn't get much more into the mystery of what happened to the mother and everything. So that was kind of a way of getting back into that storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's jump into season 2 and that pretty awesome cliffhanger with the car getting hit with the 3 of them, and
Right. Just completely destroyed.
yeah, and
However many times that the Impala was destroyed in this, just it baffles me that it exists.
it always seems to bounce back from death, just like the guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, how Dean's laying in the hospital bed on the verge of death, and John has to make that deal. Damn.
I mean,
I think it's when the
for,
show first.
for him, it wasn't that. It was just second nature. It was just like, yeah, it was going to happen.
Yep.
This is what we lead to.
Yeah.
I think this was the show's first big moment with a big character. This was the first big consequence that we had.
Yeah.
So we got a couple comments here from your mom and Kendall. Crowley was by far the best villain overall.
Oh yeah, good old Crowley.
You see,
Yeah.
My only issue with that is I don't know if I could even consider Crowley a villain.
That's the thing, is that he doesn't play like at first you see him as a villain.
Yeah.
He
But
started
he turns
out
out to be more like
there's times Crowley's just a really good asshole. Like
Amen. He is a good asshole. You're right.
Like he you know, he was a good guy, but a bad person.
Yeah.
He was an anti-hero.
Yeah. He was like Deadpool.
Yeah.
He called Sam Moose, and he had a crush on Dean. That's basically what Crowley was.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, in a nutshell.
That's Dean. That's Crowley in a nutshell.
That's Crowley in a nutshell. Yeah. Yeah, I liked Crowley. Crowley was pretty good. It was unfortunate that he was kind of cut short too, but that was due to behind the scenes drama that he had with the producers. That's a whole different story we'll get into later.
Oh wow.
I had my issues with that, like especially how well that the actor who played Crowley did. For them to do him dirty like that.
Yeah. Well, supposedly, just to kind of tell a short story out of it, supposedly he had ideas to do with this character. He was supposed to write an episode for the show, and they took his script and they did different things with it, and it made him very unhappy, and he left the show because he had a lot of problems with the writers and the producers after that. So
yeah,
it's unfortunate. But okay, so back to Azazel being the main point of season 2. I was glad that he was the main point of season 2 because they just lightly scratched the surface with him in season 1.
Right.
Yeah.
I do think there are a lot of characters that were underutilized in season 2. I feel like they died off far too quickly. Like, was the Roadhouse burning down in season 2?
2.
Even it was season 2?
I think it was 2.
It was 2.
So we get introduced to all these new characters, which I love.
Yeah.
And no, wait, no, not all these characters. No,
Joe
and Ellen were there,
and Ellen.
It was Ash. That he dies.
Yeah, he dies
when the Roadhouse burns down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, the show's problem was always killing off way too many characters. The show literally killed off almost every character that was important to the show.
Yeah,
I know. How many times did they kill off?
Some of them in the worst, the worst ways. Some of them in the worst and stupidest ways. I don't think I'll ever get over Crowley's death. Not in season 2, but it just when he comes to his end.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I the way that kind of just all goes down is a little
anticlimactic.
Yeah, I guess so. And the death that really bothered me was Charlie's.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
That's not.
They did her so dirty. So dirty.
Why would you bring that up?
There's so many episodes.
Charlie shouldn't have died.
Let's talk about
the dirtiest death.
Let's talk about season 2 though.
I don't want to talk about Charlie. When we have to, we will. God.
Oh, we'll get there about Charlie. That death doesn't come till season 7, but I think she had the dirtiest death. I think it was just awful. And then they try to bring her back as the alternate Charlie, and it's like, no, you screwed it up. Don't try to make up for that death. You know you screwed it up. This doesn't make up for it.
Mm.
So back in season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to go back to season 2.
No, you're okay. I don't talk about Charlie no more.
So, how do you guys feel that they killed John off at the first episode of this season?
I mean, it was fitting.
Yeah,
it was.
You figured that they would have saved that for like the season finale or like halfway point through the season.
The fact that it was such a driving point for that season in general,
right?
Kind of fit, you know,
mm-hmm.
Like that was a really good way to open
the season.
Yeah, season.
Because season 1 was all about finding their dad.
Yeah.
And then they found their dad at the end. Now this season is about them kind of coming into their own without him and as individuals.
Yeah.
And accepting this new lifestyle and everything.
I guess I get your point of view, Jason, with the fact that I guess what you mean is that they spent so much time building up to John, and then when they finally brought him back, they pulled the rug out underneath us, and he was gone.
Yeah, Kendall brought up that felt rushed that they found him, but then he trades his life. I
I did
guess
a little.
sort of to make up for the fact that I wasn't really around for his kids at all throughout their lives because he was always hunting.
Yeah.
He wanted to do, the ultimate act of selflessness for his kids,
But I mean,
trading his own life for Dean's.
But I mean, he served his purpose though.
Yeah,
Right.
In
But,
the story, he served his purpose.
the actor that plays John Winchester,
Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Dean
Dean.
Morgan.
Oh,
So
Jeffrey
yeah.
Dean Morgan.
Negan.
Let's not even bring up Negan. But John Winchester was, I think, he was supposed to be that mysterious background character, and he played that role very well.
Yeah.
So for him to suddenly be thrust into the spotlight, it's no wonder he would suddenly get killed off.
Which he would be.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like oh, I'm gonna send you guys on this quest and journey without me, because at any point in time they can be like, well, we're just gonna call Dad and we're just gonna get the information.
Right.
Well, that's something Jeffrey Dean's good at. Going back to Negan, Negan was always at his best when he was more of that background character that was that lingering threat.
Yeah.
It's true. He's just that kind of actor, and I guess it made sense for them to kill him off because they wanted the brothers to stand on their own, and they knew keeping him around would just make them so reliant on him and what he wanted to do, and it would have made the show less about them but more about the family, and the show was supposed to be about them, and it always was.
Right.
But yeah, you said, we brought in some good characters. Ellen and Joe, I liked them so much. They were great
too.
characters, and when they eventually killed them off too, oh, that was tough because they became a big central part of the show, and they died. I think, did they die at the same time? Was that death?
Yeah, they died to Hellhounds, I think.
No, explosion.
Well, explosion that was going to kill the Hellhounds anyways.
So Hellhounds.
Yeah. So again, that's a death that maybe could have been done better.
I mean, it was a sacrificial death. I mean,
But did they both have to die?
I mean, do you think one would die without the other?
So I have to say this. Outside of All Hell Breaks Loose 2 being my favorite episode of season 2, Heart is a really good episode. Heart is where they investigate the death of someone who it was a brutal murder. And they find out that the killer is a werewolf.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. I think it was Sam that falls in love with her.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah, he does. He ends up sleeping with her, and it's complicated.
Yeah. And
it was a really good episode.
Yeah,
I remember that one. That was a one that stood out.
Yeah, because the entire time you were kind of rooting for the villain, and it's like you never really saw the villain until it was too late.
Right?
It's like the entire time you knew, but it's like maybe she could be saved. And then towards the end of that episode where it was like, well, we waited till midnight and nothing happened. So I think that we saved her. And then she turns when she falls asleep. That was something in itself,
Yeah. But we can't mention season 2 without mentioning the introduction of the beloved Trickster.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Good old Trickster, who ends up being an angel later, which I did not see that being the case.
Well, no, I mean, no one really saw that being the case at this early into the show because no one really knew what kind of direction they were going, obviously. But when you got towards the beginning of the Angels coming in and you got more of an explanation about all of them throughout the show's series, I kind of figured that afterwards. It made more sense, I guess.
Oh, it made sense later for sure. It's just something that when it happened, it really shocked and surprised me when they went that way.
Yeah, I was caught off guard on that one. I was like, who?
But what a great way to do that with the Trickster, though, because the Trickster really became a staple throughout almost the entire series up until he died.
Right.
Yeah.
And his episodes were some of the most unique. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
You're not wrong there.
That's we'll get into that.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my all-time favorite episodes is because of the trickster. So yeah.
We'll get into that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we had a great 2-parter to end the season on. That really opened up to what season 3 became, and this was easily topped the season 1 cliffhanger big time.
Oh,
For
easily.
sure. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, yeah, all hell breaks loose 2 was probably my favorite episode of this season.
Yeah, it was a
Jason,
pretty
is
good
your
episode.
hair blue?
We'll get into that after we get off camera.
Oh well, that was the most random part of the night. Is your hair blue? Oh, Kendall says the ghost facers. Yeah, I forgot about the ghost facers.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, the ghost facers.
Who
Ghost
also had
Facers.
like a really prominent role in the series as well.
Very early on, yeah,
Yeah.
they became
No,
important.
like even towards the end, like back when Sam and Dean lost their way, and it's like, oh, let's follow these guys, and they're like watching videos of ghost facers going in and teaching them how to hunt ghosts.
Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, ghost facers were pretty unique. But okay, so anything else stand out in 2?
I liked the idea that that the overall arc progressed into with the the demon blood children
Yeah. Right.
that evolved into children with varying abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a storyline that really evolved over the next 3 to 4 seasons.
It evolved,
So, yeah.
and then after they were completely done with that part of Sam, like they completely forgot about it.
Oh, they just dropped it. Yeah,
They
the
dropped
show.
it.
The show had a knack of doing that sometimes. We're just dropping things.
up until season 6.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was season 6 when he was drinking the blood from Ruby, or was that 5?
No, that was 5. No, that was 4.
Yeah, that was 4.
That
He's
was
right.
4.
Yeah,
Was
that was
that
4. Yeah,
It was 4.
Because that was all about Sam and Dean's relationship being
Kind of on the
feuded
rocks.
because he was kind of sticking up for Ruby.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I could have sworn that was season 6 as well.
Yeah,
No, season 6 is when Sam comes back from hell and he doesn't
from hell.
doesn't have a soul.
Oh,
the soul is
okay,
Sam.
okay.
Yeah, the best way to remember that is that Ruby was cool in 3, and Ruby was a bitch in 4. So I remember.
Okay, my question is, which Ruby was your favorite? The blonde or the black-haired one? Because
The black-haired one.
Black-haired.
Like I have what was her name? I can't remember her name right now. The first actress who played Ruby.
Katie Cassidy.
Yeah, Katie Cassidy. She was a fun Ruby, but I felt like she was too uptight.
Yeah, there was something about her that wasn't like not with what they did with her later. She wasn't. She didn't feel like a looming threat.
Right.
No, because she was an ally.
Yeah, but she didn't feel like she could be a potential threat.
Yeah.
Not like in 4 where she was a conniving bitch.
But I mean, she was like legit an ally in 3.
Yeah.
There was
And there was still speculation on whether she was going to be an ally or an enemy. In
to
season 4.
the end. Yeah, I give you that.
Because they didn't reveal her true colors until the end.
True.
Yeah. I'd say like 3 episodes before the end or the final is when she.
One long comment from Kendall. She says, one thing I could never understand was the confrontation and fight between Dean and another hunter. Dean beat him up and left him tied up in the abandoned house, but why they were fighting in the first place? Vampire, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy.
What
was
the
his
friend of
name?
Bobby's. The friend of Bobby's, right?
No.
Oh, that was later. Actually, that was later.
No. Gordon.
Yeah.
Gordon.
Oh,
Gordon.
Gordon.
Yeah, that was all vampire related.
Yeah, that was
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hardly ever see Gordon without a vampire attachment episode.
Yeah, it's always
Oh,
vampire
man.
themed with him.
And then it just the karma with that character turning into a vampire in the
Oh,
end.
yeah.
God. Yeah.
That was actually really good.
Yeah. The just desserts.
Yeah.
Yeah. The third season also, too, by the way, was actually the writer's strike season. It only had 16 episodes.
16, yeah.
Oh,
Was
by
that
the way,
time for the writer's strike?
the confrontation, the confrontation that was between Dean and Gordon was because Gordon wanted to kill Sam.
Oh,
Yeah.
because of the demon blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
Everyone-
at that point, who didn't
everyone
wanna kill
started-
Sam?
Everyone wanted to kill Sam.
Good point.
Yeah.
It was either it was for his blood or the fact
was-
that it's just like everyone just realized that he's like part demon, so he's a monster. So everyone
Yeah.
wants to kill him.
Yep.
Yeah, because he realized that he was the one to be the one that took him down. Because it wasn't until his second.
No problem, Kendall.
Yeah, it wasn't until his second appearance when
Right.
they had that fight in the abandoned house. Because he
Yeah.
was chilling there thinking that grenade was going to catch Sam off guard, and like
Yep.
the entire time he was sitting in the house like this,
Creepy.
just staring off into space. I was
I'm
like,
out.
what a weirdo.
Oh, we also have to mention the character of Bella, which is played
Bella,
by
yeah,
Walking
yeah.
Dead's Lauren Cohan. Yeah. She was a good character. I
She
liked
was
her.
Season
really
3.
good.
Yeah.
I wish there was more Bella.
Yeah,
I wish Bella didn't die off so early.
Yeah, and she played so well off Dean.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
they were like a perfect match. They really were.
exactly.
I say that gave her a good send off though. I mean, it was in a sense.
In a sense, yeah. I would have liked to maybe seen her stick around and maybe make her a character that kind of came back in and out of Dean's life later
Yeah, it
on.
would've been nice.
Right.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
could have utilized her more, but yeah, I mean, she did have a good send off, and it was fitting.
It's true. It's true.
So yeah, so this ending to this season, this is probably one of the most difficult ones when Dean gets dragged to hell.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
we're
when
gonna
his-
skip to the ending of this season already when we forgot one of the best episodes in the history of the series,
Okay, which one?
Let's
the
hear.
mystery spot.
All day.
Oh yeah.
All
My-
day,
that's probably
watch
one of my
mystery spot
favorite-
over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
that's one of my
taking
all-time favorite episodes.
I'm taking this
moment.
buildings to studs.
That one and Yellow Fever are probably two of my favorite episodes
Oh,
of the entire
Yellow
series.
Fever was good. Yeah, I fuck with
Easily.
Yellow Fever.
Easily.
Yes.
Mystery Spot, I think I probably watched that episode more than any other episode.
That was actually the first Supernatural episode I ever watched. The
For
Mystery
you?
Spot. Yep.
Oh gosh, that's a great introduction to the entire
Yep.
series. Like
Perfect.
Yep.
get
My,
into it. It's like, oh,
my buddy Sam showed me that because he was trying to get me to that. I'm like, I'm not into that whole paranormal shit. Like, I don't want to watch that. And he was like, hey man, I'll buy you dinner if you watch this episode. And I was like,
Not a bad
all
offer.
right. And I watched the episode and was like, play the next one. Like,
That's
we're
like,
buying the
okay,
first
I gotta
season.
go back now. I gotta go back and I gotta watch from the beginning. Yeah. No, that episode, oh my God. Again, it's a Trickster episode. I mean,
Yeah.
the Trickster just brings out these unique episodes, especially the one Changing Channels, where they go on all the TV shows.
That Changing Channels is so good. I love
Yeah.
Changing Channels.
I don't remember if the Trickster had anything to do with the episode where they played themselves.
No. That was the French mistake. That was
Okay.
that was Balthazar.
Balthazar. That's what it was.
Okay.
Now, the other thing is that season 3 also introduces us to the actual like Ghost Facers crew.
Oh, the
Two,
entire
Yeah.
crew.
two episodes after Mystery Spot. Like
The
that
TV
is
show one, yeah.
that is the Mystery Spot when Dean dies all the time, and then it's Ghost Facers 2 episodes later.
Yeah.
Like this season is the shortest season of all the Supernatural.
And it's one of my
seasons.
tops.
But
That's actually one of the best.
Really, it's one of the best because it has
Yeah.
such
Yep.
good content.
Yeah.
Such
I've
good
always
content.
felt-
It felt like this was so well written this season, even with the writer's strike shortening this season.
Right.
How about the rabbit's foot?
That's a good one too. That's
when,
a good episode too.
When Bella steals, this is the first introduction to Bella.
The luck, the good and
When
bad
she
luck.
steals the
Yeah,
rabbit's foot.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be going around shooting people.
I always feel like that the problem with basic TV is they have too many episodes, 20, 24, whatever it may be. Some of the best shows work so well because they've only got 13, 10 episodes like Netflix and Hulu shows do, because they can tell their story at a perfect pace. They're not having to do these episodes where they're dragging the storylines out. And that ends up hurting the overall quality of a season when you're just dragging things out that you know in real life would not go down like that.
Absolutely.
And you know that for the most part, that's all going to be on the networks because they got to drag us out as much as possible to make as much money as they can.
Right. For Supernatural, it works, though, because they filled that empty time with fillers, and the fillers were all so good. So the show was able to kind of skate past that.
But sometimes you need fillers, though, because the main story can be so overwhelming.
Right.
That filler episodes kind of not mellow, but it gives that gap so you don't feel like things were rushed.
Right. Well, Smallville did that too. Smallville did the same thing. And Smallville did its filler episodes, and that really helped fill that void and slow down the overall story arc. So yeah. Agreed. Okay, so now that we got past one of the best episodes of the series, Mystery Spot, we'll go back to the ending with Dean going to hell with the Hellhounds, and this is actually one of my favorite end games of a season. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where you couldn't save him.
Yeah.
No. And when it actually happened and they showed him in hell to end the season, I was like,
oh,
wow, they went there.
Yeah. That was pretty deep.
Mm-hmm. And then where it ends up going into 4 was even more surprising.
Lazarus Rising.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That was probably my favorite opening episodes of a season.
Right.
When he walks in and it's like, "What's up, Bobby?" We haven't talked about Bobby at all.
No, we have not talked about Bobby.
He walks in, he's like, "What's up, Bobby?" And he's like, and it tries to kill him, but then it's like the overall steps that goes in between. And he's like sitting there just talking to me, throws holy water on him, and he's like, it's just like,
I'm not a demon.
Not a demon, Bobby.
Great. That's great.
Can't be sure.
But they introduced this. This really was the perfect way to bring Castiel into the show.
Yeah.
The introduction of angels into this show was it was so good, and the angels themselves are so perfect jackasses.
All day.
Yeah, they are total assholes.
I love how the whole premise behind Castiel was Misha Collins did a couple of interviews, and that character was originally only supposed to be part of like 5 or 6 episodes at first.
Really?
That was it.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
And his character just added so much to the show, and people just loved it so much that he ended up getting added on for more and more until he eventually became just a series regular.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, well, his character was just the chemistry with the cast was just so good.
Castiel is iconic in this entire show.
Yeah.
From his really good moments to his spectacular failures.
Yeah. I have to say that the introduction of Castiel and the Angels was my favorite episode of season 4. Hands down.
That was a pretty good episode.
That was a really good episode. My favorite one, just for comedy reasons, will always be episode 6.
We needed the Cass and Dean love affair.
I knew this was going to come up. I knew it sometime in these episodes was going to come
Destiel?
up.
That's a ship. That's a ship. I'll sail anytime.
All those people went crazy when Castiel in the final season said, "I love you, Dean," and they all just went freaking nuts.
The thing is,
you knew it was coming at some point.
It didn't feel forced either.
No,
it didn't. It felt very natural. I was gonna say Supernatural, and I'm going, wow.
Natural feels better. I think natural feels more fluid.
It felt natural, and it was.
We were
super.
robbed. Oh God.
We were robbed.
But no, other than the introduction of the Angels, my favorite one, just for pure comedy reasons, at the end of the episode was episode 6.
Yeah, Yellow Fever.
I cannot listen to Eye of the Tiger anymore without picturing Jensen Ackles singing now.
Right.
Yeah. Or him doing his impromptu music video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty damn good. But the highlight is his girlish scream. That's the highlight of the episode.
Yes.
Fucking great. Oh God.
I gotta go back and watch these.
Oh man. Yellow Fever.
He's like, stop scratching it.
Yeah. Easily one of the best episodes of the series.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Easy.
It sounds like all of these guys that are dying are bullies. You saying I'm a bully?
Yeah, you saying I'm a bully?
I'm just saying everybody that's dying are bullies. I don't know what to.
Oh God.
Oh,
So many big moments.
one of my favorite demons is in the season. Alistair.
Oh.
Alistair is underappreciated.
He's so underappreciated, and
Yep.
the way he speaks, it makes my skin crawl. But I want more of it.
Yeah.
Dame,
I can't.
Dame.
Yeah, I can't. I
Where
can't.
was Alistair in this season? I don't remember.
In season 4,
Yeah,
he was.
He came back.
Death Takes a Holiday.
That was what episode?
That was episode 15.
Oh man, Kendall.
So near the
Okay, I
end.
found it.
Alistair is dead. You're not wrong. You're absolutely. I'm gonna agree wholeheartedly.
Can't say it out loud, but
What? Alistair is daddy.
Daddy. Oh, God. Kendall,
No.
that's the winning comment already of the last year. Congratulations. Awesome.
But no, Alistair is great as a demon. Like he is. I wish I had more of Alistair, but he died off so quickly.
Yep.
I think he had 3 episodes, maybe 4 episodes.
oh, maybe 4. I think it
Maybe
was 4.
4. Yeah, definitely not
'Cause
utilized.
He comes back. later
I
in the
can't
season.
wait to get into season 5 when my favorite character shows up finally.
Season 5.
Oh, season 5, Lucifer.
Lucifer.
No,
Crowley?
not Lucifer.
No,
Crowley.
no.
No. Who?
Death.
Oh,
Oh,
Death.
Death.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
pretty dope.
Death was pretty good. Yeah.
It's really funny that we're saying all these characters because I watched this with my wife. We watched this on Netflix for the longest time, just plugging away through the episodes, and we get to the end, and I think it was season 11 or something, and we hadn't seen characters in a while. We find ourselves going, I miss Death, I miss Lucifer. It's the weirdest thing when you say
Kendall,
that out
you are
loud.
not the only one.
She wants
Death's
ring.
I mean, who wouldn't want those rings? Who wouldn't want any of those rings?
I mean, let's be honest. How many props from Supernatural do we all want? There's a lot of them.
Every single one.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think, guys? We all get Mark of Cain tattoos?
Hell yeah.
I mean, I've been planning on getting the protection circle.
Yes.
Oh yeah, my
Yeah,
I've been
cousin
planning
got
on
that.
getting
Oh, he's getting the protection circle.
Mhm.
Only the 3 of us can get the Mark of Cain now, I guess.
I mean, you can have the Mark of Cain and the protection symbol,
True, because Dean did.
and
So-
he still became a demon.
That's true. Didn't stop him.
I'd be down with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But
when we do
back to
episode
season
3,
4. Back to season 4.
the final episode, we all got to show either our mark of Cain or our
Oh
or our symbol.
gosh. Oh,
By,
wow.
by episode 3.
Wow.
Clock's
All right.
ticking.
You see Kabasi just taking off his shirt. Oh God, I've been waiting on this. This is for you, chat.
The show has just moved to OnlyFans. Oh shit. Okay, Jeremy, back to season 4. Go ahead.
Back to season 4. Okay. So we were talking about Alistair, and I loved the fact that Dean got to show a real dark side during this season,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
where he was the one doing the torturing. Holy moly. That torture scene between him and Alistair was really good. And I don't know, even Mark of Cain Dean didn't come to that savage sort of dark,
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I
no,
was
you're
really
right.
surprised about. I was fully expecting that Mark of Cain Dean would have easily surpassed this, but no.
Live podcast episode where you're all getting tattoos. Oh my gosh.
Yes. We will live stream.
Live stream tattoos.
That'd be awesome.
At 250 watchers.
You see,
we'll do
Jeremy's
it all
over
day.
here. Jeremy's over here in pain getting the tattoo. I'm just kind of snoring away while getting
Hey,
it.
you know what?
Yeah.
I don't have a tattoo. Plan on
Neither
getting
do I.
one, but
Yeah,
We'll see.
we all plan on getting one. Did you
I
just
got
rip
one.
your shirt to show this?
Hell no.
Did you hear it? I heard the
Well, yeah.
Mike,
well,
this is a podcast. This isn't Supernatural
Right.
Triple X.
my
It's going back to OnlyFans.
Oh gosh, no. Lights, camera, action. OnlyFans.
No, I've got one. Martin, you've got one, don't you?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay, so
You'll go with us to get the
it's up
first
to you
tattoo.
two. It's up to you two. It'll be our second tattoo. Be your guys' first.
Oh,
tattoo
I'm definitely
virgin.
trying to go get it.
Kendall, how many tattoos you got?
Quite a bit. She's got quite a bit.
She's got us all beat.
Probably.
Oh, we also forgot to mention Zachariah.
Ooh,
Zachariah.
that was an
Mhm.
interesting character.
She's got 7.
That's a lot.
Grade A level douche angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the angel you
There was
love
nobody
to
worse.
hate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. No question about it. And
I
he
don't think
he
there
sticks
was-
around for a while.
I don't think there was any angel that I hated more
Also-
than Zachariah.
Mm-hmm.
There's
If I'm
one
being
thing
completely
I want to
honest.
discuss here too.
What's that?
It was episode 18 of this season where we got our first glimpse of the final big bad of the entire show.
Oh, Chuck,
The first time
aka
we got
God.
introduced to Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I have mixed feelings about this, and not because of him being God, but how they handled his God in the final season.
Kind of felt like that was the only way to go, though.
It really did.
I just felt as though his God was kind of a detour from what or who he was throughout the series. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
It was just a big departure.
But I mean, at that point, you couldn't replace God because you'd have no reason to, right?
True. But they do replace God.
Yeah, because he was kind of a dick.
He was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like who they ultimately ended up making God, Jack, really ended up being the God that we all envision.
I'm not gonna lie though. I haven't watched past Mike. What season was it? I don't think I've watched past like season 11.
Yeah, he actually wanted me to tell him the ending, and I didn't want
You
to, but I
tell
did.
me.
But I did. I
You
did.
offered up that information willingly.
And you accepted it.
I am extremely disappointed that you didn't watch
No,
the thing for yourself. I
didn't.
Well, he
didn't.
has to now. He can't. He
And-
can't do the
yeah,
last
now I
episode
have,
without
now I
doing
have
it.
no choice.
Yeah, he's got
Hey.
to now.
there to me there's only one really bad season of Supernatural, There's only one
Was
bad
it the one
season.
with the Leviathan?
Is it 1 through 5? Because that's what we're discussing.
It's
right now.
yeah, I know. It's neither. It's none of the. It's not 1 through 5. But like,
Sneak
continue.
preview.
Please watch. Please watch the rest of it.
Yeah.
It kind
have
of
no
hurts
choice.
me that you're able to watch some of it and then
I
not
have no
watch the
choice.
rest of it.
I have no choice. I followed Supernatural from season 4 up. So like once it got towards the end, I was like once they introduced the British men of letters, that kind of was like, I'm gonna go watch Smallville because that interests me more than the British
The
men of
definitive
letters.
show.
That is my least favorite season. That season is my least favorite season of every single.
In my opinion,
I have to agree with you, Jeremy, because I had forgotten all about that season until you just mentioned it.
Brought up.
Here's the thing. This is how you sum up every single season
Mm-hmm.
of Supernatural, right? Season 1 sets up the universe. Season 2, demon children and demon blood. Season 3, protect Dean from going to hell. Season 4, unlocking Lucifer from hell. Season 5, prevent the apocalypse. Season 6 is Soulless Sam. Season 7 is, I believe, the Leviathan. I think. No.
Yes, it's Leviathan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Season
Yeah.
7 is Leviathan.
Yeah.
Season 7, it is Leviathan. Okay. Season 8 is after Dean gets back from purgatory and dealing with all that. I think it's like the mother of all at that point, and then all the alpha monsters.
Yeah.
Season
It was the Gates of Hell.
9.
Yeah.
Oh,
The angels fell to Earth.
Yeah. Angels fell to Earth at season 9. Season 10 is when they deal with I think isn't it Amara?
Mark of Cain.
No. Is it?
Yeah.
Mark of Cain.
Dean was resurrected from the Mark of Cain. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is that far.
Yeah. Season 11 is
Season 11 is when you have British. You're dealing with Mark of Cain. You go from Demon Dean to we're gonna fight British guys.
But we did have Amara, aka the Darkness, in that season, though.
I lost all. I watched most of that one with Amara, but I never finished it. And after that, I lost interest.
I like the character of Amara, but unfortunately, she was in a weak season. That's the downside to it. A great character in just a poor season, but thankfully, she was around past that season.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, Men of Letters. Yeah, I didn't care for that. It just
No, Men of Letters was right after Amara in season 12. Season 12 was Men of Letters.
Okay, yeah. 11 hinted at the Men of Letters, but 12 was actually
When did they get the bunker though? Wasn't that season 11? Because that's when Abaddon came around. No, Abaddon came around with the dragon. Right?
I'm trying to think. How many seasons did we really have of the bunker?
3, 4.
That's it?
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot.
No, I think there was more because it was after Bobby died.
I think it was at least in 10 we got the bunker.
No, well, I mean, Bobby died in 7.
Bobby died in 7.
It had to have been the bunker in 10 because that's when they started investigating the Men of Letters, and that's why they found the place. That's how they found out about the Men of Letters.
Yeah.
So it had to have been at least by 10.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of 11. That's all I remember. And then from 11 up.
Season 12 was the Men of Letters, and then somehow Lucifer is brought back out of hell.
Yeah, that was.
And then Lucifer does this whole. This is the when you get the baby, the Antichrist baby, or is what Jack. So Jack, first introduction to Jack is season 13. I honestly can't. I didn't remember that it was 2 seasons of Jack.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it was 3.
3 seasons of Jack. Sorry.
Yeah.
3 seasons.
It doesn't feel like it was that many.
Jack in that season, and also you're killing the devil at the end of that season.
That was ballsy.
Yes, and then after that, that's when you're dealing with Michael from an alternate universe that is inhabiting Dean's body,
who is substantially taller than the previous Michael.
Right. and then Jack loses his powers
Mhm.
at the end of that, and then the entirety of the last season is Jack getting his powers back somehow, and then defeating God.
And to become God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
becomes God.
Yeah.
But Men of Letters season 12, garbage season. I will skip that season. I like Mary Winchester coming back as a treat, but
Yeah.
but then she comes back again after that too.
Well, she sticks around because she makes that deal to come back because of God and Amara bring her back.
I would kill Mary Winchester all over again just to forget about season 12.
Wow.
Well,
That's deep.
Oh,
He's bringing back Balthazar.
but anyway,
Wow.
summary of all the seasons of Supernatural. Season 12, skip it. You're not missing anything.
Minus
We
some maybe
still
some,
have 3 episodes to go.
So
minus some fillers.
back
will
to
probably look
season
good,
4.
but yeah, we went way down. Where did we leave off on season 4?
I don't remember at this point.
Neither do I.
Okay,
We were
so-
talking about Zechariah, I think, is the last thing.
Yeah, Zachariah came in. Then we get what Ruby really is.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really well done. Her motives were told very well. And then in the season, at the end of the season, Lucifer's cage opens and he escapes.
Yep. And I think Lucifer, another one of my favorite villains, because he's just
the guy that plays him.
I mean, Mark Pellegrino did such an amazing job.
A really good job.
I remember the first time I saw him was on Lost when he was playing Jacob.
The first time I saw him was in Dexter.
First time I saw him was in Supernatural.
Yeah, I remember I saw him. Oh, I'm like, that's Jacob from Lost. I was like, I was like, okay. But man, I'll tell you, no one else could play Lucifer. When they were putting Lucifer in different bodies, it's like, no, this is not Lucifer.
No, it didn't work. The rock star Lucifer I hated those episodes.
Oh, wasn't that played by Rick Springfield that season too?
I hated it. I hated it all.
He didn't do a bad job, but to have him play Lucifer when we already had Pellegrino, no. It doesn't.
No, Jeremy, you said you hated that, right?
Yeah, I did.
Did you hate that more or less than the British Men of Letters?
Ooh, well, no, I hated it less than the British Men of Letters. British Men of Letters is still going to be the worst thing that ever happened in the series.
Nothing's going to top that. Mm-mm.
What was it?
No.
Ketch? Oh, that was the guy's name?
Oh.
Well, we're not there yet.
Who ultimately ended up hooking up with Mary, which that was dumb.
And Martin's just like, we're getting off track again, guys. He's like, I have to be up in 3 hours.
All right, so let's get into season 5, which season 5 was almost the final season.
Oh, and the thing is, I would not have been upset if it was, because it was the perfect ending.
It would have worked.
It would have been a perfect ending to the show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Now the question is, with that one is, would 5 have been a better ending than what we got in 15?
Yes.
Yes.
You haven't even seen it, so you can't say anything.
Seen it, but I can personally account.
I'm going to say that 5 would have been the perfect ending for the series, and I would not have been upset with it. I would have bought the box set. I would have bought the collector's edition of this. But, 15 seasons gets a little freaking expensive.
Yeah. You want the Blu-ray complete series? Right now, it's on sale for $182.
All right. Do you have...
That's when Mike brings up a fucking...
I actually thought about buying it today. I shit you not.
Promo.
I did.
Promo code.
I mean, you could get me an early Christmas present, Mike. I'm waiting for it.
Promo code LCA for 50% off Supernatural.
50% off?
I wish, because I would take that deal.
Yeah, right?
Shit.
Where's this at? Amazon?
Yeah. $182 on sale. It's a little steep.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's coming with 15 fucking seasons worth of work, so
yeah.
You know what's sad though is that they added the $2 so it could be more expensive than Smallville when it first came out.
Well, Smallville also had 5 less seasons.
So you add $2 was the last 5.
Hey,
was the last 5 seasons worth $2?
I got the complete series of
British amount of letters
Smallville
probably
on
was.
Blu-ray for $115.
No, British Men of Letters added negative $10.
That's the thing.
Exactly. It would have been 192.
That's the thing. I couldn't justify spending that much on the Supernatural series as a whole because then I would have to burn season 12.
I was just thinking that. So you're gonna have the box set and you're gonna just take 12 out, like, ew.
Right?
No.
Get out of
here.
He can't bring himself to pick it up with his hands.
Oh,
He's got to
man.
grab the handkerchief to pull it out.
Right. Here's
It burns
Jeremy's
through the
unboxing,
handkerchief.
just like yes. No.
Nope.
So instead of buying Jeremy the complete series, you got to buy him individuals because he can't have 12. He just can't have 12.
No.
Yeah.
He needs a reprint of 13 that says 12.
You're getting the box set, including 12. And actually, no, it's going to be nothing but season
I will
12.
pay someone to take season 12. You're absolutely right.
Bravo.
Jeremy gets his box set. It's missing 12. Usually people send it back, and he's just like,
Jeremy
Fine
Larson.
me.
Jeremy Larson giving out free promo codes for Condiment Games for getting season 12 of Supernatural.
Doing a
I'll
giveaway
look
in
for it,
season
Jeremy,
12
I
of
mean, that's
Supernatural.
fine. I got to recoup
That's a
some of
good
the losses
giveaway.
from the 182 I spent. Jeremy, pay me 50. I'll take season 12 off your hands.
Yeah.
$50. Man, you must love season 12. You're willing to take that for $50.
If I'm gonna torture myself, I'm getting paid money for it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
50
Okay,
bucks isn't
so-
that bad.
So back to season
back
5.
to season 5. 20 minutes of the episode talking about Jeremy.
Can you imagine what's going to be like talking about 12 when we get to 12?
We're gonna skip right past season 12.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
do
gonna
it.
be
Let's
14 seasons of
that
Supernatural.
We just need to have a separate episode for season 12.
Ooh, you know, my
we
internet
break
was-
down why is
My
it so
internet
shit?
went down when we talked about season 12. Oops.
right.
Oh, oops.
Oops. My bad.
No, I
I can already
Season
open
5
the next
is-
couple of episodes before we get to actually doing season 12. Like on our last episode, it's just gonna have to be a clip of Jeremy bitching about season 12 up to that point.
No, when we talk about season 12, Jeremy's going to give us one of his, his what do you
It's
call
subjective
it?
moments?
No. He's going to do a sea shanty for us.
I'm gonna see. Yes,
I need you to write a sea shanty about season 12.
a supernatural sea shanty.
About season 12.
Oh God, I don't know if I could.
Which means you got to watch it again in order to get,
I would have to watch
He
it
has
again.
no choice. We all have to watch it.
It's gonna be like Supernatural season 12, and now season 13.
The road so far. Season 12 doesn't exist.
Yeah. Now season 13.
Wow.
All right,
Oh, man.
season 5 though.
Season 5.
So I'm gonna take this time to say season 12.
God damn.
No, but
The season
I
that just
have
won't
to-
go away.
I have to say, out of the entire series,
Mhm.
Bobby Singer is probably my favorite character out of the show.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
Bobby is definitely one of mine.
yeah, when Bobby died, that hurt me worse than anything that I can think of on the show, even out of Smallville.
Okay, Idjit.
I was gonna say for someone who wants to, the death of that's season 7. You got to stick to season 5, Martin.
You're going off track again.
I'm just saying, Bobby Singer all day,
Bobby is the father figure I wish I had.
right?
But wasn't he regarded as a bad father?
Bobby?
No.
No?
He didn't have kids because he was worried that he would turn out like his dad.
That's right. Okay.
Because his dad
So
was
he-
an ass.
So he was worried about being a bad father.
Yes,
Is
he was
that
very
is that
worried.
in the
But
new,
in turn, he ended up being the best father that
is
Sandy
that-
could ask for.
is that in the new show that's coming out of the prequel with James and Mary that talks about Bobby's,
Well, young Bobby
childhood, where we
should be
know
in that
his
series.
father's a dick.
You would think so.
Yeah, young Bobby should be in that series.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, that I would like to see.
Yeah. Bobby as a Daryl from Walking Dead.
there's potential in that prequel to tell some things that we don't know. They could expand on some things. Okay, so back to season 5 again. We keep saying that, but we're not talking about season 5. Season 5 must be the bad season because we're not talking about it.
No, season 5 is a perfect season.
Yeah, season 5 was pretty dope.
It is full of just laughs. It's full of drama. It's full of great characters. It's got death in it. Oh, it
got everything.
Like you've got the big bad who everyone loves. You got the characters. You got Sam and Dean. You got Castiel.
The most powerful of the 4 horsemen, who arguably had one of the best entrances of a character in the show's history.
Right.
Yeah. I like to you got a chance to see Adam, which was kind of an added piece to the family.
Yeah.
And the fact that they turned him into Michael was, I thought, a pretty good story choice.
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Because there wouldn't be any conflict between Sam and Dean at that point if it were Sam and Dean at the end, because it wouldn't be them. It would be Lucifer and Michael. There needed to be that added bit of chaos, and Dean added that so well.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. This was also the season where we lost Joe and Ellen, and
yeah,
the
season
one
5?
thing, yeah,
Abandon All Hope.
Yep,
that was episode 10.
The one thing that always bothered me was that they never went there with Dean and Joe. They always heavily hinted at it, and again, that was another relationship that could have been interesting.
But I mean, Dean and Joe, I don't know.
Well, I think that was more of a. You would think that were more of a sibling vibe, like kind of like the.
Yeah, I mean, there was that romantic attraction there, but yeah, I guess in a lot of ways it turned into more of a sisterly kind of thing, at least for Dean.
But I'm about to say, but on whose part though? Because it has never been an older brother vibe for fucking Joe, not once.
Well, no. Joe wanted to be romantically attached to Dean. That's what she wanted. But Dean, I don't think ever saw her that way.
Yeah.
Well, maybe in the very beginning he saw her that way. Maybe the very, very beginning when he first met her. But I don't know. Martin, I don't know if Martin. I don't know, what are you thinking over there? Well, come on. You're thinking something.
No.
He's got Sweet Home Alabama playing in his head right now.
Yeah. Why is Martin just rocking in his beach home? He's singing Sweet Home Alabama.
Wow.
This is awkward.
Yeah, we got some pretty good episodes in here. We had an appearance from Chuck in this episode at the Real Ghostbusters. So it was a supernatural convention.
All Dean wants a romantic relationship with his
pie. There was a pie
and burgers. He loves.
Let's not get started on his pie addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we could also start on the turducken, but that's further
the turducken. Yeah.
That's further down.
Yeah. You had to stop me. I was gonna go.
Yeah. Don't go down there. Don't go down that path.
Yeah. I've had many a conversation with Mike about turducken.
We had Changing Channels. We had the Gabriel episode of Changing Channels.
Yep. Great episode.
Which was really good. And then what was it? The Hammer of the Gods episodes. That was a pretty good one too, where it was all the lesser gods who were getting together for a big feast, and Gabriel poses as Loki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah,
that's the one where Gabriel dies.
Oh,
that is one where Gabriel dies.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's when he reveals that he was Gabriel, right?
No,
that was season 4.
Mm-mm.
That was in this season.
That was in this season. That was Changing Channels.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, we should mention that Dean did have one romantic encounter in season 5, and that was Anna.
The angel.
He did bang an angel
in the back of the car.
I mean, you can't really give him shit for it because Sam was, banning in
Nope.
a demon the season
Sam was getting
before.
all the action. Sam was getting all the action. Dean had to get a little something.
Right.
No, this season had a lot of good episodes. We even got like the Cupid episode. One thing we should mention, and even though Jeremy's from Minnesota, this won't have the same connection for him, but the other two guys and me from Ohio, this show is full of Ohio.
You are not wrong there.
Oh gosh, Kendall.
What?
Kendall.
Demons do it better. Wow. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
So back to season 5.
Wow.
Anyway.
But yeah, this show is full of Ohio. The Ohio license plate on Baby. Numerous episodes taking place in Ohio. Right here, the real Ghostbusters episode took place in Vermilion, Ohio. The one before it, Wellington, Ohio.
This just makes you have to think, Mike, how fucked up is Ohio that all this stuff is taking place in the supernatural universe in Ohio?
Whoa, it's like 5 episodes.
Well, I don't know. Episode 5 took place in Canton, Ohio. There's already 3 in season 5.
Damn. All right. You got me.
I mean, yeah. But yeah, I had to mention that because somebody behind the scenes on this show obviously has Ohio ties. That's where all that came from. But yeah, so season 5, yeah, you could almost tell in like the last stretch of episodes, last 3, 4, 5, you could tell the show might have really been thinking about ending here. They do a lot of things here that almost feel final.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think this is all they originally had planned for, and then it was the response was so critically acclaimed for this season that it kind of warranted them, the network, to go, you know what, let's renew this for a couple more seasons.
Yeah, it was they said the last second, like they were in the middle of shooting the last episode.
Well, Eric Kripke said that it was a 5-season plan.
Yeah.
Because he left the show creatively after 5. And it says right here in Wikipedia, the season 5 was widely regarded as one of the show's best seasons.
Yeah.
90% on Rotten Tomatoes. And I believe that. It really was one of the best seasons.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I think it is the best season. It's not even a question. I prefer season 5 to every other season of Supernatural.
I have to agree with you on that, Jeremy.
That's a big statement for 15 seasons. Though.
Yeah. We already know what his worst is.
What season is that, Mike?
I think it has a 2 in it.
Oh. I don't know.
I
22?
I heard it was this one nationality of people that are writing these like letters, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they have men involved. Yeah, I don't know.
Season 20. 22.
22. Oh man. But this ending in Swan Song, the difference is, so the ending, of course, is Sam looking in to Lisa's house, looking at Dean being happy, right? Yeah. So they said that if the show would have ended here, the only difference would have been they would have cut the scene out where Sam looks in the window.
Right.
Well, yeah, because again, that was the last. They added that after it was all filmed.
Yep. They were going to go with Sam died, locked in the cage, and Dean was happy. That was going to be the ending. That was it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily want to say that 10 seasons later we got something better. That'll be saved for episode 3. Won't get into that.
There's a lot of things we're saving for episode 3.
Between the ending and season 12, yes, episode 3 is going to be special.
Now it's becoming, how long of a tirade can we get Jeremy to go on about the British Men of Letters?
Well, I mean, we were at it for like 35 minutes. So.
Just on this one alone.
Just on this one.
Talking about the season.
I will do my best not to even bring up season 12.
I will bring up season 12.
It's going to happen.
Okay.
If I have to watch it, I have to bring it up.
Okay. Then don't bring it up the next episode.
No, I won't bring
because
it up
it's not there. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna bring it up. I won't bring it up.
You say that.
All right. Bet, Martin.
So wait, so you are not allowed to bring up 12 at all in episode 2.
Yeah.
I won't say a word if no one else does.
Okay, we got to make a bet here. There's got to be
I'll do
something
it.
involved. There's got to be stakes here.
Yeah, you drive stakes into vampires. That's what you do.
Hardy har har. I thought the Men of Letters did that. Only in season 12.
We should just say who's going to bring up season 12 because we all know who it's going to be.
Sorry, what season? What?
Yeah, what? You talking about 22 again?
Yeah, season 12.
22?
Jeremy gets a tattoo if he mentions season 12.
And it has to say SN, S12.
Fuck no. Not.
It's gotta say it's gotta say the British Men of Letters.
With the Men of Letters symbol beneath
God.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
That's
I
a good
might be
mistake.
able to pull that. I'm like,
I-
yeah. So
I'm
what
gonna
is
need-
the-
Kendall said it. Jeremy gets a tattoo if he mentions season 12. I like that idea.
But but there's also repercussions of that, Mike.
But
What happens if he doesn't mention season 12 at all in the next episode?
Then Jason gets the tattoo.
Yeah, I like that. That's fair.
Wait, why do I have to get the tattoo?
Because you don't have a tattoo. I already have
you
one.
under
Right,
the
we already
bus
got
fast.
one. So for us, it's
Yeah, it'd be another walk in the park.
yeah, it's got to be somebody else who doesn't have a tattoo, and unfortunately, that's you.
No. Here's the thing.
Oh,
You have to get a tattoo, but it has to say, Jeremy, you were right.
Yes. and blow it in small letters. And yes, it's subjective.
And it has to be live. I want to see your tears, Jason.
Live stream it.
Why?
Why is this happening to me?
People are
He's
going to be
like,
like,
"You know
who's
what?
Jeremy and what was he right about? It was Star Trek.
Oh,
Star Trek
hell
all
no.
With a little bit of solo thrown in.
Listen here, motherfucker.
They threw you under the bus. I'm just joining the party, Jason.
Yep.
No, it's gonna happen. Whenever Mike and Martin are together, I always get thrown under the bus somehow.
Wow. That
Yeah,
might
I
actually
will-
be true.
I will tell you.
That's not a
there-
might actually be true. It's 100% chance of happening.
But guys,
Oh, God.
next episode, no mention of the season that shall not be named.
Yeah, that's right.
What season is it?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. My headset cut out.
Right? Might be the same mic issues.
I see 3. That's all I saw. I saw 3 fingers. That's it.
So he can't even
1,
mention
2,
12.
1, 2.
What are we? What? So
I
all
think
he
we're on
has to
season
do-
5 right now, and we're finishing the discussion on that.
We were at the tail end of 5.
We were, and then someone decided to bring up, crazy
Bring up what?
accusations and bets.
That
bring
guy
up
right
what?
there. That guy right there.
Who are you talking to right now?
You.
How to
What is
appreciate
this?
these
What is
accusations?
this? The Brady Bunch? Like,
There's a story. What a
You know,
guy
I
named
blame
Martin.
that one right there.
I don't know. They're all pointing at you, Gordon. And he's just looking up at you. So it's, You realize
Okay,
out of all
now
these
I'm gonna have
podcasts
to-
we've done, we've
now
never
I'm
done the
gonna
Brady
have to
Bunch
get a-
thing, and we just did it.
Now I'm gonna have to get a fucking tattoo that says "Jeremy, you are right," and it's just gonna be the Solo logo right on my arm.
ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here.
Let me say this. I will pay for your tattoo, Jason.
You heard it here, ladies and gents. Martin Houston's going to pay for Jason Kabasik's tattoo.
When
The
he
mic
doesn't,
has been dropped.
when he doesn't say it, because it won't be hard not to say it. I will pay for that tattoo.
If Jeremy doesn't mention it, then Martin has to watch season 12 on repeat for 24 hours.
Oh.
But if Jeremy does mention it, he has to watch season 12 on repeat for 24 hours.
And he has to live stream it.
That would be a live.
See, the thing is, I
24-hour
can't.
stream.
I could probably live stream it, but it's just gonna be my reaction. That's it. I can't show the action. I'm just gonna be.
Just a camera, just like.
Oh God!
At the end, I'll love it. It'll be tears rolling down my face.
It was so beautiful. I changed my opinion on the whole series.
Hey, and the
Just
Oscar
like-
goes. And the Oscar goes to.
Just like the Bengals' chances of winning a Super Bowl, I'm done.
That's awkward.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah.
You said the Bengals or the Browns? I misheard
Bengals.
that.
Hey,
Okay.
watch it.
hold
Watch
on,
it.
I'm making
Watch
sure I heard.
No,
guys. We're
not
missing
getting into
something
it.
here. We're missing something here. We never got an explanation on why there is a blue-haired Jason sitting in the dark right now.
It ain't happening.
Had to circle back to that.
Jason,
You said we'll
All right,
explain it
guys.
later.
All right, guys, it's been a great episode.
we got to come up with our own conclusions on live. If you don't,
Jason's going to be departing early due to recoloring his hair blue.
He
Jason
lost
is
a
really,
different bet with a guy named Jeremy. Like
Jason is actually related to a Smurf.
Oh,
As to why his hair is blue. Smurfs are real.
You know what, Jeremy? I feel like we should be out of.
Well then.
Boy,
This
that
is
got awkward
So,
fast.
ladies and gentlemen, thank
That
you
got
for
awkward
joining
fast.
us For
God.
So Jason, would you like to explain to us what part of the family is a Smurf? Is it the mom side?
Oh my God.
The dad side? So we just want to know. Come on, man. It'd
thank
be
you, ladies and
easier
gentlemen,
if
for
you
joining us.
explain.
Jeremy,
Episode.
we should have stayed out of this.
we should have. We should have.
We're just the
But Martin
spectator guys.
does better under an audience than
Yeah,
he
we're
does.
just- Proceed.
on my live streams.
Fair enough.
Come
right.
on, Jason. We're all
So,
listening.
do we have anything else to discuss on the actual,
No.
topic that we were on?
Your
here?
hair.
I
we,
think
we,
that
we pretty much
You
covered
s-
it.
You said it, Jason.
We covered
Give
it.
to
We
us.
made a bet that
You're gonna get a tattoo.
it's a contract. This podcast episode is a contract.
I'm paying for it. $400, Jason. That's your.
Things
you
won't
can
be
Design
said.
it however you want.
Things won't be said at all. I'm gonna hold my tongue.
What's
okay.
up with the hair?
All right. So one final question back to Supernatural.
What's up with the hair?
Between season-
What are you
It's not
talking
gonna
about?
let this
Jesus,
go.
my hair's
You're
getting
talking
about as
talking
much
about Sam
attention as
Winchester's
Jeremy's
hair.
hatred of season 12.
Talking about Sam Winchester's hair, right? What is up with that hair? Every season it gets longer until it becomes Chewbacca.
I think Martin's moved past the season 12 and now he's just obsessed with the hair.
I just want to know.
Okay, so one final question. Favorite
What's up
season?
with the hair?
Favorite season 1 through 5.
5.
Mike, what's up with the
5.
hair? Wait, you just said what's up with the hair? 3.
For some reason I'm gonna go with 3. I'm gonna go 3.
3.
3's a
Yep.
good season.
I mean, 3 is probably my second favorite out of this group of 5 here. So
4 would be my second favorite.
1 for me is a dark horse because I like the fillers in season 1. I do.
you see, the problem is with this group of 5 seasons that we got, it's so hard to really put them in order of which one I like the most to least, minus season 5.
Because they're like the 5 best seasons out of the group. This would easily be the best group of the episodes. Yeah. From here, I think we go downhill a little bit.
A little bit until we get to the back third of the series, and then it's pretty clear. They're like which one's going to be the best out of those seasons, which one's going to be the worst,
And which one's the weakest?
We already know the answer to that question.
We do.
What's the answer?
It's great.
season 22.
Sorry, Martin, you cut out.
Oh, I heard this.
Anybody here?
All right, Mike, let's go ahead and wrap this one up.
All right, everybody. It was a supernatural conversation, but it was also a little something else. As it
Questions?
usually is.
Questions were never answered.
Yes, we're still waiting on the hair. We'll answer that next episode. We'll get an answer to that. So the next 2 episodes will be 6 through 10 and 11 through 15. So it's good to have everybody back. It's been since I think December when we did Spider-Man. So it was nice to get the group back and,
It really has.
and
It
do
really
this.
was.
But Supernatural will just
Hopefully
get more fun.
we'll start seeing more members of our group start popping back up here soon.
Well, I'm hoping Alistair's going to come back. I mean, it's time, Alistair. It's time to come back to the group.
I miss the Alistair antics of trying to get under my skin, all the time. I mean, Jason can only do so much before I push back and I knock him over.
We're missing the It's Sticky moments from Alistair.
We are missing the It's Sticky moments.
Although I think this episode was basically filled with that already. So
it's all subjective, Mike.
It's
all right. So with that, Lisman, thank you.
And Martin's like, I have no idea.
Of Lights, Camera, Action, Entertainment. We look forward to seeing us for our next retrospective on Supernatural here for seasons 6 through 10.
Oh, before we close, be prepared, everybody, to watch Jason get a tattoo live. Everybody be ready.
Everyone be ready to watch Martin watch season 12 for 24 hours straight.
Stay tuned.
That's
all right, everybody. We will see you soon.
We're never going to get that
We
right.
never get it. We never get it. Okay. On 3. Let's try this again. On 3. 3, 2, 1.
Lights, camera, action.
Wow.
What are we going on?
That's a wrap.
Oh.
Yeah, we say that's a wrap and then cut and print. That's our
okay.
Our motto.
Is that a 1, 2, 3, or is that a 1, 2, 3 go?
1, 2, 3 go.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Good night, everybody.
The ultimate failure. You know how it says the ultimate entertainment platform? This is the ultimate entertainment failure moment.
That's a wrap.
Cut and print.